Welcome, welcome, and welcome. You are on with Kate, and you know what it is. So y'all see the description, and this description, this actually show is crazy because before I even seen what I saw, I was gonna do a show talking about this. So if y'all listen to my podcast or whatever, you'll know that I'm really at I listened to Kevin Samuels groups. I listened to Samuels when he was alive, and I'm in these groups now where the men are giving their logic on Kevin Samuels and the women, and it's back and forth. Just a big group of division, foolishness. That's not what Mr. Kevin Samuels wanted, but that's what's happening. So anyway, someone had posted in the group, and it was from a man, and he said that men. I'm sorry, I got some mint chocolate chip ice cream in front of me. Oh gosh, it's delicious. But anyway, they said a guy posted and he said, I wish I would have screenshot it so I could read it out. But it was basically saying that men should women should be okay with their man cheating. We should allow it because it's in their DNA and all this other stuff. And basically we should be saying we should be okay with it. All right? Because they can't help themselves. So there was somebody in the comments and they brought up get your ass down. They brought up something. My cat is jumping all over the place. They brought up something that we don't talk about. They said, well, no man can stay with one woman, have sex with one woman. This basically was say this is what it was saying. Okay, now I remember what it was basically saying. It was basically saying if a man is taking care of home and taking care of you, you should allow him to go out there and sleep with other women. Right? That was the post. And there were some people agreeing. Of course, most of the women weren't agreeing. And then somebody said something. And then all the men got quiet. They didn't say nothing after that. I'm sorry, I'm eating this ice cream while I talk. But anyway, they ain't say nothing after that. There was a male. Was it a man? It was a man who said it. There was a man in it. Hold on, let me just answer this real quick. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah. I I really appreciate. Excuse me, y'all. I had to go. That was really important. I had to take it. But anyway, so I really appreciate a man coming in the comment and saying this, and I don't care. I think a couple of men call him a simp or some shit like that. But how you simping and you married and you're doing for your wife? That's a simp. Big dummies. Anyway, he said your job as a man and as a husband is to protect your wife's mental, physical, and emotional state. And I couldn't agree with him more. Y'all forget that when you're going out there having sex with other women, it's just not about sex. It's about sex to you. It's not about just sex to your woman. You are sharing yourself with another person. Not only are you sharing yourself with another person, you're sharing another person with me, and I didn't ask for that. It's not fair for a woman to sit there and be a good woman, not have sex with anybody else, and you can run out there and possibly bring her something back. Now she's stuck with something she can't get rid of because of you. Not because of her, but because of you. That's so unfair and it's so trifling and so disgusting. And you want people to go. You want people by you saying, "Oh, if someone's taking care of this and taking care of everything financial and doing this, and you should be okay with your physical health being ruined, your mental health being ruined, your emotional state all out of whack for the sake of having things taken care of. And you dummies don't understand why women are choosing not to marry you no more. Because for what? For what? Why do we need to marry y'all? Get cheated on, possibly get bring something home, and for you, because you taking care of home. Women are taking care of their own home now. They don't need your money. They don't need nothing. They have a peace of mind now. It's crazy to me to think that because I take care of you, which I'm supposed to do as a husband, that in exchange for me doing what I'm supposed to do as a husband, I should be able to go out here and do whatever I want. Have sex with other people. Like I said, possibly bring you a disease, possibly bring you drama, possibly just everything interfere with your emotional, mental, and physical well being. That's not a husband. That's why my last podcast was entitled "Men Don't Really Love Their Girlfriends and Wives," and I'm emphasis on wives because wives. I think when you're married, it's a whole different type of relationship. You know, it's a commitment. That's a lifelong commitment. Girlfriend and boyfriend, y'all can break up anytime, but when you marry, you're committing yourself to another person for life. So it was very interesting that a man said this, and then after he said this, men got really quiet because I think we don't talk about that part of it enough. We don't talk about that aspect. Man wants you to sacrifice what you need for what he wants. Let me say that again. He wants you to sacrifice what you need for what he wants. Y'all don't have to be married. And one of my guy friends was having this discussion, and I was telling him, you men don't have to be married. When you marry someone, you committed to them. You committed to them. You're not supposed to share your body with nobody else for those type of reasons. If you're in a relationship and you're married, you shouldn't be having sex with no other people. So why get married if that's what you want to do? Why not just be single? Now, when you're a single person and you're honest with people you're dealing with, look, I'm a single person. I got other people on deck. I deal with other people. Now everybody knows what's going on. They know what's going on. So if something happens, they contract disease or something happened, drama, they know what they were into. It's not fair for your wife to be sitting at home, not oblivious to anything that's going on around. I've seen men bring babies home and women accept that. To each his own. But it says a lot. People make mistakes, but that says a lot. That says a lot. That says you out there being unprotected. And the sad part is about this. Y'all don't think that these women that y'all sleeping with are sleeping with other people who are sleeping with other people. That's the emotional, physical, mental part of this all. These are things that y'all don't think that your wife thinks about. These are things that y'all don't understand, that it's not just you out there sleeping with other women. Is you are literally out there putting me at risk too. And that's what I'm saying. These are the parts of it. These are the parts that we're not talking about. This is what, and I'm glad that man said it because we don't address that enough. Yeah, I want to be married, but you don't want to be married. So what's the point of getting married? I was asking one of my friends this, and he's bizarre any damn way. He's bizarre as hell. He told, you know what? I'm not even gonna tell you what he told his wife because I'm not even gonna put his business out there. But anyway, but he's the type of guy who he pays all the bills. He makes good money. He pays all the bills, and his wife stays at home. She works when she wants to. She might go out there, do a little job, whatever. But she doesn't bring in enough money. Put it like this: she doesn't make enough money to sustain financially, be stable on her own. And he does what he wants. He doesn't come home sometimes. He he doesn't like I said, he doesn't come home sometimes. He does what he wants, and this woman. treats him like a king. She raises him hand and foot. She takes care of him, and this is what he does. So when I asked him, well, what's the point of getting married if that's what you're gonna do? This man ain't give me a straight answer yet. All he kept saying with me, well, if she don't like it, she can go. And I say to myself, women are starting to recognize this now, that men only worry about their happiness. For you to say, if she doesn't like it, she can go. She doesn't like it. Look at her face. But she can't afford to get out on her own. She can't afford to go out there. And plus, she loves you. So she can't afford to go out there and make it on her own. She needs you. And you know that. And so because you know that, you're going to play on that. And he was very adamant. If she don't like it, she can go. And I said to him, you say that because you know the ball is in your court. If anything happens today to change that woman's financial situation, say she play a number and she win $500,000 and she ready to get up out of there, I bet you would change your freaking tune. I bet you would change your tune. And so I wonder why you would want somebody to feel like that. You don't care about her happiness. You only care about your happiness. So when y'all sit there and wonder why these women don't want to marry, and like in this group, if y'all don't know, go check them. There's a whole bunch of groups on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. It's Kevin Samuels groups. It's some of the most disconnect between our people, and it's a shame. I mean, he did practice stuff like that. He did talk about the high value man having money and multiply and exercise his options and stuff like that, whatever. But like I said, we don't address the underlying part of that. And nowadays, women are tired of that shit. They living their best life because they got money. So what do they need you for? And men are starting to recognize that. So what they're doing is shaming these women and saying, well, you're going to die alone. And then these women are like, so we don't really give a shit. We're going to die alone, happy and peaceful. And then they come back with, that's delusion. You're just what's the word? You're deflecting. You really want a man, but you can't get one. So that's why. And it's like, y'all think women want y'all so bad. You think women want this drama? That's why you're not gonna have a husband. We don't want husbands. We good. They can say what y'all want. We're good. We grew up. We got tired of seeing our big mama, grandma, aunts, sisters unhappy, get cheated on, get a divorce. We had enough of that. We don't want that for ourselves. And y'all not understanding. And I say this again. I might have said in my last podcast. That's one of the reasons why I don't want to get married. It's a choice, and these men think that it's not a choice. They think that, oh, y'all can't get nobody. Y'all old and washed up in this. Listen, from what I seen, this is from what I seen, and I'm not saying everybody, but when you have a majority, the majority rules. Okay. Kevin Samuels was preaching, go to college and find your person at 20 or 22. If that's what you find your person early. Then we have him saying, you want a high value man, you got to be this and this and that. Understand both of these situations and sacrifices. From the new generation and what we got going on now. If you sit there as a woman, and I encourage all young women to get your own bag. I don't give a damn. Kevin Samuels encouraged not worrying about your own career if you want a husband. That part I disagree. This is a new day and age, okay? We didn't talk about the dysfunction and the unhappiness that these wives have to go through because they couldn't do anything. The husband was the breadwinner, and they were forced to be in a situation that they weren't happy with, right? Men had the power then. Now they don't. So they're using shame tactics. You're old, you're washed up, you're going to die alone. Not really realizing that it's okay. Because I came in this world alone, and we're going to leave this world alone. Out of the marriages that I've seen from everywhere, look around you. Look at everything you see from celebrities, from your own life, from your own backyard, from your friends, from other people. How many happy marriages do you really see? How many marriages, and I'm not talking about marriages where you look on the outside and see pictures on Facebook, because let me tell you something. I know plenty of people that they posting pictures, they happy, they in love, and then when you talk to them, their whole world is falling apart. Their marriage is falling apart, but they showing the world something different. That's not what I want for my life. I want to be genuinely happy, and none of that is attracting women anymore. You know, none of them that is attracting women anymore because they're like, okay, like I said, I know women who who've been married from early 20s, just to spend 20 years with a man, spend their whole life making sacrifices when they could have been advancing their own selves, sacrificing to be a wife, to be a family with this person that said that they was going to love them and cherish them forever. Now here we are 20 years later. He been cheating. He ready to go. He got a new wife. He got a new family. He got people. He moved on. Here I am now. I'm older now. I didn't do anything to advance myself because I was making sacrifices there. Now I'm over here stuck, struggling, trying to make it, single. Wasted 20 years of my life with this person. But they over there living their best life. And women seeing this. And they saying, no, I'm good with that. There's no more leaving us high and dry and running off into the sunset with somebody else or younger woman or whatever it is. No more of that shit. We leaving y'all. In fact, we're not even picking y'all up. We making sure that we are financially stable and able to do what we want. And y'all are mad about it. So they're shaming women into, well, y'all gotta get married. So what? Why does this have to be a, a um a back and forth thing? If you feel like we're gonna die alone, let us die alone. Like I said, it's the same tactic. Women are saying, we good. We good off marriage. What is it in for me? What is it? What is it in for the women? What's in it? If they're coming home, being a good wife, and I'm not saying divorce is always lie on the woman. This is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna talk about the cheating aspect of it and men saying that it's in their DNA. And I think they use that as an excuse to um shame, not shame, but it's an excuse to try to make it seem like, to want us to feel okay about it. So if they say, well, it's in our DNA, you should accept if we taking care of it. This is a manipulation tactic. Manipulating someone is trying to make them do something that they go against, or something they don't want to do. And that's exactly what that is, a manipulation tactic. I'm very uncomfortable with you sleeping with other women. But you're trying to tell me why it makes sense. And I'm trying to tell you I'm not comfortable. It doesn't make me happy. But because this is what you want and you're not worried about my needs, you're worried about your wants and your self-control, then guess what? That's a manipulation tactic. Now, let's talk about that self-control thing. I think it's a matter of self-control. Told you, I don't know if you didn't listen to my last one, but one of my friends said, and he's a male, and he said, and it was one of the realest things he ever said. He's not one of them guys who's out there, none of that, but he kept it real with me. He said he's not going to cheat on his wife. And I kind of laughed. Like, yeah, all right, you say that now. But he said, let me tell you something. When I got married to my wife, I'm just committed to her and only her. That's why I got married to her, because I only wanted to be with her. He said, as a married man, I don't belong doing nothing single people do. I don't belong in clubs. I don't belong here. I don't belong here. And I don't put myself in a situation that would tempt me. He said, because as a man, ain't no way. As a man, he said, it's going down because the temptation. He's basically like, if he's in a room with a chick and this what happen, it's gonna go down because he's a man. So he said, and that was the real ass. That was the realest. That's some real stuff, real shit right there. He said that, and he said, but guess what? But he doesn't put himself in those situations. That way, he won't be in a situation to get tempted. And that's why I say it's all about self control. These men got no self control. They want to use, oh, it's in the DNA, it's in the DNA. It might be, but like somebody said, being a good human being respectful, is that not in your DNA too? But at the end of the day, men just want to cheat in peace. They want to have you and they want to cheat in peace, but women are like, no, you cannot have me and cheat in peace. And now women are saying, you know what? Fuck these relationships. I'm good off the whole thing. Because men will tell you straight up, we cheat. You go to Johnny, he gonna cheat too. You go to Peter, he gonna cheat too. Not saying every man is cheating, but the majority that we see, yes, take self-control. Another reason why I say self-control is this. Certain things. Now, people's lifestyle. Let's talk about people's lifestyle, okay? So, I don't know what their lifestyle is or how they get down, but take Nicki Minaj's husband, for instance. Okay? I don't think he cheats, but I don't know him. But I'm using him as an example because, like I said, I don't know if he cheats. I don't know if she allows him to cheat. I don't know what they do in their bedroom. But I think that if I'm using an example because of the money situation, but let's just take them, though, because she's so famous. Let's just take that out of there, and just a regular chick with a whole bunch of money, and a dude who doesn't have that much money. He lives off her. They live together. Yada yada. She takes care of him because she's rich. What are the chances is he's gonna do something with that? It's not saying he won't, because that dude who was going with, I think, Super Scent, I don't want to say the wrong thing, did some foolishness like that. You messed up the millionaire to go with a chick who works at, I forgot what she worked at, but yeah. Anyway, so those type of situations, do y'all really think that this person is gonna screw up their money? Nah, they probably gonna be faithful. Probably gonna hold it down. But these regular deglers out here, guess they ain't got nothing to lose, or it's not enough for them to lose. That's why I always say that. That's why I said it in my last thing. I said men don't love their wives because you do things that could possibly make you lose that person. To each his own, but for the life of me, I don't understand how you women can take a man back who had a baby. And let me tell you, this is the reason why. My child's father did the same thing with me. Had a baby. His son is 3-4 months younger than my daughter. Now, that means me and someone's pregnant at the same time. So he said something to me, and when he said that to me, I realized I would never be with him ever again in life. And he always tried to get back with me, and I was like, whatever. And he's still to this day trying to get back with me. But he said something to me. He said, I regret hurting you, I regret hurting you, but I don't regret cheating on you and having my son. I'm glad he's here. Now, I understood that. I get it. And this is the reason why I couldn't be with him anymore, because I understand that. I understand that part of happy to have your son here, right? But the part that was hurtful was him saying, and I still get it too, him saying, you know, if I didn't cheat on you, then I wouldn't have my son. So when you say I feel bad for hurting you, but I basically, you know, don't feel bad about cheating on you. You can't have one without the other. And I basically told him that. I said, you can't have one without the other. It's like you're saying, yeah, well, I know I cheated on you and it hurt you, but I'm glad I did because now I have my son and I would do it again. That's what that says. Without so much words, that's exactly what that says, right? So, and I get it. I get it. I get it. I would never want you to choose me over your son, or because I feel like you had to do it again, and you knew that you would still do that, and that's hurtful, but at the same time, it's reality. And so I just can't be with somebody like that. I had lost all of that. So when y'all sit out there and y'all um, talk about cheating and it's in your DNA and all this other stuff. Understand something with emotional talk. This is why women are not getting married no more. Go look at the statistics. Go look at the people get. Go look at wedding homes. Go ask them how many weddings they booking. You used to see weddings, see people. You don't see too much no more because we're just tired. We're tired. We're tired. We're tired. We're tired. And men blame the women and women blame the men. And everybody is just a disconnect and we're just tired. But I think women are just tired of being used up, left high and dry. They're tired of spending all their good years with the men who's been doing them dirty, cheating on them. It's damaging the people. It's damaging to a woman. It messes with her self esteem. It messes with her emotional health. It messes with her physical health. It does a lot. And for you men to sit out here and say, well, it's in our DNA. Like I said, I'm not questioning that. But make it part of your DNA. Put yourself in a polygamous relationship. Put yourself out there as a single man. That's why I say I respect Diddy. Why I respect Diddy? Because Diddy is not married. He's not married to anybody. So therefore, everybody knows what's going on. I got you. I got you. I got you. Diddy just had a baby, and it wasn't with Miami, and she's still there. And everybody's down with the situation. Everybody's down with it. So there's no deception involved. That's why you think young Miami was shocked that a baby was coming. No, she wasn't shocked. She knew what time it was. But like I said, that's why I said I respect Diddy because at the end of the day, I ain't married. I can have a baby with this. I can do what I want. So now, if any drama ensues, you all knew what it was. But unsuspecting wife just chilling, doing what she's supposed to do, taking the same whack ass, boring ass penis when there's other bigger penises out there who want a chance at that. But no, she's not. You. That's one thing about you men. Y'all don't think we want to have sex with you. Don't think we want to get knocked down by somebody else. You don't think we want no other penis but yours. Half of y'all penises is trash anyway. Some of these wives I hear them, my husband's penis is terrible. But guess what? They still don't cheat. They still don't freaking cheat out of respect for you and knowing that if they do, they would lose you. That's the thing with men. I ain't gonna lose her. She ain't gonna go nowhere. But I blame you women for that. You keep taking cheating ass men back and then wonder why they don't stop cheating. Think about it. Think about it. If a person's cheating on you, right? They've been cheating on you. They've been dealing with a person for months, a year, whatever. They've been dealing with that person, right? And everything they just going, right? Now you found out. Now you find out. Oh shit, they stopped cheating now. Okay. Do you really think they're gonna stop? And I'm gonna start dropping the link because I want people to chime in and let me know. Do you really think they're gonna stop? And the reason why I ask that is because why do you think they're gonna stop? And the reason why I ask that is because if you didn't catch them, they would still be going, right? Is it safe to say that? Because when would it have stopped? When would it have stopped? So when the person stops, oh, I'm not dealing with that person. I'm just gonna be. Why? They got caught. That's why they stopped. They didn't. They did not have the willpower or the self control to stop on their own, or you not even get in that situation. They had to be stopped. They had to be stopped. You ain't stopping. You ain't stopping. You just gonna chill for a little while until a later and get right back on track. Because if y'all been dealing with each other for all this time, sneaking around, y'all just gonna get more clever with it. What makes you think somebody's gonna stop? And all of these things is now that women are starting to realize. And because we're starting to realize and you men see that we're waking up, now it's the shame. That's why you keep saying, you're going to die alone, you're going to die alone, you're going to die alone. And we're like, so what? So what? And another thing I'm seeing too, not even to go off topic. Oh my gosh, some of these men in these groups are ridiculous. They talk about how a woman looks, they talk about her looks, and she looks like this, and that, and that, and that. And I'm looking at them like, you have room to talk. How dare you talk about this woman's looks? And then you know what they will say? I don't have to look good. I have money. And you know what I say to that? How sad and shameful that that's the way you can, that's the only way you can pull a good looking woman. How sad and shameful. You feel like you can look any type of way and pull a woman in your dreams because you have money. How sad is that? Because the woman of your dream only wants you because you have money. She's repulsed by you because if you didn't have money, she wouldn't even look your way. But remember this, the broke dude with no money, the good looking guy, he's blowing her back out. Okay? Yeah. So if that makes y'all feel good to know that I have money and I can look however I want and get the baddies, yeah, you can. But remember, that cute dude, the one you call the jailbird, the Pookie. Oh yeah, he blowing your woman back out because that's who she really want to rock with. But she did with you for the paper. So stop acting like y'all God's gift because y'all got some paper. These women are only there with y'all for the paper. They'll be a broke ass Pookie with or without the paper. Remember that, okay? Remember what y'all have to do to get the woman. Remember what Pookie got to do. Pookie got to do nothing but look good. You know what I mean? Pookie's come out of look at homeboy the one who got locked up, the cute dude, the light skinned dude with the green eyes or whatever he had going on. He was in jail, came out of jail, got with a rich woman with money, got with a chick. He looks good. He probably could take your chick with no money. This is what I'm saying. Fresh out. Who knows if that woman had another man? I don't know, but I'm just saying. And y'all think y'all doing something? You ain't doing nothing. You looking stupid. Only thing y'all do is get y'all money and hold women captive. If you ever cheat on me, I'm taking everything. Yeah, because you know she don't really want you. That's why you think she gonna cheat on you. That's why you're so worried about them cheating on you. You know why? You know why you so worried about them cheating on you? Because you know damn well they don't even want to be there for real. If you ain't worried about them being, if you thought they was there for real, you ain't worried about that shit. That's why you Negroes got freaking prenups and stuff. Well, everybody need a prenup, but at the end of the day, these baddies, when y'all rappers and all these other people get these baddies, like, what's Rick Ross with the one chick? Come on, man, you ain't bagging that chick outside of that. You know you gotta get a prenup. And that's sad, because y'all can't even marry people who really love y'all. Y'all gotta marry people who want y'all money, who want some money. They, yeah, I'm here for the paper. You married to somebody who married you because you got money? That must suck. So you really okay with somebody who, if you had no dough, they would want you. They want you now because you have some. Okay. Who's the real simp here? But y'all go ahead and be great. Anyway, back to the topic. So yeah, I want men to come in and address that part about it because, like I said in the comment section, they got freaking them. They was quiet as a church mouse. I was like, damn. So you niggas was all loud with your chest out the other day. What happened? What happened? You had your chest out, beating it. What's going on now? I'm just saying, what's going on now? What happened? You can't explain it. Because now you're starting to think, damn. And this is why I say they don't really be caring. Because they don't think about stuff like that. All they think about is themselves and their well-being and their mental state. You be like, The same, another thing too, and I'm about to end this podcast because I got some other stuff to do. But anyway, it's like I said, it's all a justification to be able to do what you want in peace and be allowed to be deceptive and allowed to do these things without getting any resistance from your woman. And even if she does, even if she lets you, understand something. This is terrible on her mental state. This is terrible. I've seen a lot of broken women, a lot of damaged women, broken women from their marriages and relationships and being cheated on, getting babies done on them, spending most of their lives with a man just for him to up and leave with somebody else. I've seen that. My generation has seen it. Our new generation is seeing it. And guess what they're doing? They're seeing this. We're not showing our generation anything to be proud of. We're not showing them anything, any type of happy homes. We're not showing them that no more. So they're not worried about that. Think about it. A lot of children grew up, it's a tug of war. It's a lot of baby mama and baby daddy. But when you see all that, what are you supposed to grow up and think? You've never seen anybody in a happy marriage. Your parents weren't in a happy marriage. Your parents were hell. Some of your parents wasn't even married. And I'm not knocking it and I'm not judging it, but I'm just saying this is a part of the problem of why we having such a disconnect today. That's why we have such a disconnect today. And that's why nobody wants to, you know, women don't want to be married no more. Men are trying to shame us for it because they want the traditional woman that they had back in the days, the submissive woman that dealt with the cheating and dealt with all that, dealt with everything and just did it. But did you care about if she was happy or not? Of course not, because you were happy. You was been able to do what you want, and because you're the provider and you're paying the bills, you should be able to do what you want. Just as long as you're happy, right? Forget about her happiness. She's not there to be happy. She's there for you to pay the bills, you to do whatever you want, you to wreck her mental state, her physical state, her emotional state, all of that because you pay the bills. And nowadays women are saying it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's sad, like to celebrities. When women want to marry celebrities, I think a lot of them, the ones that marry the men for the money, I think those are the ones who don't care if they sleep around. But it'd be the women who genuinely love these men who take the fall. Women who genuinely don't like this dude in the first place, I don't want him, I just want him for money. They don't give a shit if you sleep around. But a woman just genuinely in love with you is not going to be happy if you're sleeping around. So think about that. And if you a woman and you marrying a celebrity that you truly love, good luck with that. Because like Kevin Samuels said, I've seen it. I know high value men, and they all, even the ones that ain't high value, they all do the same thing. Like they said, they practice it, especially the ones with money. They exercise their options, and I think that's more has to do with I don't want to say fitting in. I just think it's one of those things. But like I said, it's all about how you look to the public, how they look to the public. Oh, they're a man of high needs who exercise their options. It's all about him. It's all about the man, how he portrays himself, how he is to the public. Meanwhile, the woman is that you embarrassing the shit out of the person who loves you probably the most, embarrassing her. But again, messing with her physical, mental, emotional state because you out here. She's supposed to gotta put on a smile when she go in front of the cameras. But as soon as them cameras go off and she go behind the door, she's crying and crying her head off. And this is something that's okay because remember, you're paying the bills. How is that happiness? How can you be happy with somebody being unhappy? How can you be okay with the person that you chose to honor, cherish, and love? How can you do like that? Just asking. That's why this podcast was named what it is. It's in their DNA, remember? And the fact that, and see,
this is the thing. Y'all were using that, and I'm about to get off after I finish. After I say this, you were using this right as a tactic for women to be like, oh God, I should accept this cheating. It backfired on y'all. It was a tactic to use so that we could be okay with it. We could do this, but it backfired on y'all. Because guess what? Y'all said, listen, we all do it. Most of all do it. Most of us do it. And I heard even one man say, these women think that by leaving another relationship, they gonna be good. Guess what? We all cheat. I'm gonna go. She gonna go to this relationship, and she gonna and he just gonna cheat on her too. Well, guess what? Thank you for spilling the secret in the bro code, because now we don't want none of y'all. Because like I said, I watched listen to War of the Roses, and if let's just say 50 out of 50 men who are on there, at least 47 of them fail. Right? 47 of them fail. Meaning 47 of them are cheating on their wives. So if there's 50 women here and 50 men here, and 47 of those men are cheaters, only 3 women have the chance of landing a faithful man. The odds are too small for most women, and we are good. We don't need that emotional, stressful foolishness carrying on. We good. And like I said, y'all try to use something to get people to do what y'all want. Y'all try to do something to, um, it just backfired on y'all. Like I said, it's telling the women, oh, this is what we do. You have to accept this. We're cheat. We're gonna cheat. It's in the men's DNA to cheat. We have to sleep with other women, and you all rally together and was like, yes, we all do it. See, they all do it. Look, Johnny does it. Petey does it. Look, we all do it. You're not gonna be able to escape it. Whoever you go to, you're gonna get cheated on. That's what they were saying. They were all kumbaya together. Look at what we're doing. We're gonna all let them know that's what we all do. So now they know they can't escape it. They can just stay and deal with it, and we can do whatever we want. And then the chicks was like, um, hmm, we're good. And they were like, what? And they were like, yeah, we're good. Y'all can go ahead with that. And they were like, what you mean you're good? You're gonna die alone with the dog. And we were like, all right, we still good. No, you're mad. You're mad because you can't find a man. You're gonna die alone. And we were like, okay, that's fine. We want to die alone. That's you just acting like you don't want a man, but you really do because you're gonna die alone. And we're like, okay, bro, beat it. We're good with this. They're still mad. Y'all gave us the cheat sheet, y'all gave us the code, and now y'all mad. Y'all gave us the manual for us to keep. Y'all wrote the manual, a step by step booklet for us to keep. A step by step booklet for us to keep. And we kept it. And we read it. And we listened. And we said, oh, all of y'all do this? So there's no escaping it? So if I go over here, I'm going to be left high and dry. And if I go over here, I could possibly get disease. And if I come over here, huh, huh, huh. How does this benefit me anyway? Because I still got to go to work. Hell, I make more money than you. I can afford to take care of all of this around me by myself. So what are you here for? Penis? Oh, I don't have to be with you every night and be in a relationship. I can get penis when I want it. So what are you here for? And now the men are mad. Because now they don't even know what they did. Well, and all they can do now is use shame tactics. You know why they can trying to use shame tactics? Because their stupid asses went up there and told us what it was, and it didn't play out how y'all wanted it to play out. Y'all thought every woman's gonna fall in love with every man cheats. So fuck it. Just deal with it. And we were like, nope. What is you doing for me? I pay rent I pay my mortgage, my bills, I pay everything by myself. And guess what I do at nighttime too? I sleep very peacefully. Mouth open, jewel falling out, because I don't worry about my coochie burning. I don't worry about nobody calling my phone, no drama, none of that stuff. Why the hell do you dumbass men think we want that for some penis? What are y'all providing? Ask yourself that. When you come on here and say you're gonna die alone, you're gonna die alone, and y'all need a man for this new, ask your fucking self this for real. Need y'all for what? To build something? Everything you could possibly do, we could pay somebody for that shit. Because we have the means now. And now y'all are mad. So take that with you. So yeah, I'm about to end I'm about to end the broadcast right now. But I just want to put that out there. This is why y'all not getting married no more. This is why no more women want y'all. Because there's nothing in marriage for us but being left high and dry in the end. You know how many babies are brought home? You know how many affairs are happening? Like I said, I've heard some of the most disrespectful things on War of the Roses. And I'm just like, wow, this man has a whole wife at home and 2 kids. And he's talking about how much he's in love with this other woman. He can't wait to be with her. Wow. And then when he gets caught, he's stumbling over his freaking words. Look how disrespectful you just were. You letting your wife hear you. Your wife that you don't really have, that you had no intentions on leaving. Talking about how much you love another woman and how much the sex is good and all this other bullshit. This is what your wife has to hear. Imagine you hearing that. And you really had no intentions on leaving your wife. So basically, you was playing with this other woman too. And then see, when you play with people, shit happens. Y'all say women are emotional, but y'all love to play on the emotions. Emotion don't just necessarily mean, oh, I'm sad, I'm crying in the corner. Emotional, playing with somebody's emotions could really fuck your life up and fuck everything up around you. Stop playing with people. Anyway, I'm out. Just wanted to drop that gem on y'all today. Thank you for joining On with Kay. Glad y'all was here. Peace.